Arlington, Texas, week 6 in the National Football League, and the Lions are coming off their bye and looking for a win as they take on the Cowboys. It has been a while. Prescott back, looking pressured, hit as he throws. It is incomplete. Jared takes, turns, gives to David. There he goes with a hold to the 10. Montgomery angling to the 5, fighting his way and spinning inside the 2 to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. First drive, third quarter. There's the shotgun snap to Goff. Back, looking, throwing right side. Got a man out there. J-Mo, touchdown, Detroit Lions. Oh, baby. Back, looking to throw. Hutchins got him.
So we all saw what happened to Aiden Hutchinson during their Week 6 game against the Dallas Cowboys.
Going back to that moment, I wrapped around him. I felt my legs almost just whiplash, and then it hit something, and it's like...
Second, Hutchinson is hurt. Oh boy.
Initially, I just thought it was a bone pain, and I just thought I just bruised my leg. So I'm on the ground, kind of all the breath is taken out of me, and I reach over and I grab my leg, and then I can feel my fibula like sticking out.
Aidan Hutchinson's leg went a very funny way.
You ever just reach down and you feel something poking out, and you're like, that's not right, you know?
No, I don't know that feeling.
If you could read lips, sounds like he's saying he broke it, and it's just terrible.
And I grabbed my leg. I was like, it's broke.
But in his most recent interviews, Aiden claims that he's good to go.
I became fully weight bearing at that 6-week mark, which was amazing news. Range of motion's all great. Everything's really good. It's just kind of just getting back into things.
Yeah, I'd say I'm good. I'm gonna finish those evals, and once I knock them out of the park, I'll be on my way and done with rehab.
Before we go any further, let's rewind a little bit.
I'm Aiden Hutchinson, Michigan man. So I grew up in Plymouth, Michigan, which is where we're at right now. It's about 25 minutes away from Ann Arbor. Yeah, I grew up here pretty much since I was 4.
What was he like growing up?
He was just the sweetest little boy that just followed me around, and his sisters.
Hutchinson's dad, Chris, was an All-American defensive tackle at Michigan. As a senior team captain, he tied a single-season school record with 11 sacks and did it against rival Ohio State.
Got a major problem.
Chris later attended medical school at Michigan, became an emergency room doctor, and on August 9, 2000, he was in the delivery room with his wife, Melissa.
I actually delivered Aiden. His head comes out, and we're like, that's a really big head.
You had to be, a couple days old. I was 4 at that point. It was the 3 of us. Your head, the radius, the circumference of your head is like as big as mine at 4 years old.
And they put him on the scale, and he was 11.1.
It was just such an emotional moment for him to be the first hands that held him.
I mean, growing up, I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. I was doing karate, guitar lessons.
My wife and I said, you're not playing tackle football until you're in 7th grade.
And the only thing Chris ever really said to him, work hard and have fun.
Or the other way was, I don't care if you're any good, but you're going to try hard.
Exactly, you're going to try hard.
And then I had to dance for a little bit.
You mentioned that he danced.
We encouraged him to do everything. So he did soccer, he did a little bit of cross country, competitive dance 20 hours a week.
Dancing with them. I think I was doing it for 3 years maybe. Yeah, me and my whole family and especially my sisters, we had such a tight bond growing up, and that was just from, spending a lot of time with each other. Him allowing me to do what I want to do is what grew my love for football on my own. I think that's where a lot of my passion comes from. It's all from within. Yeah, I mean, my mom growing up, she was always my rock for sure. It's definitely what my mom brought to the table at a young age, and was the mind, body, spirit was outside of football, outside of sports, just for my well-being. And I ended up playing tackle football when I was in 7th grade. Then he finally let me play in 7th grade, so I was itching and scratching and clawing to play.
He wasn't a starter. He was a rotating tight end, defensive end. See him as a freshman in high school, he's just elbows and knees, and he's got no meat on him, and then he gets this growth spurt, and you're like...
Once I got in high school, I realized that football could really be an opportunity for me. I was kind of playing D-end and a little bit of offensive tackle. Once my senior year hit, I played tight end my senior year. I love catching balls, and I love scoring touchdowns. Both my parents were so involved. That's how I got those fire picks from my mom, my dad. Even on the sideline, he was not only like a trainer. He'd be the first person I talked to in terms of like getting feedback.
As a sophomore in high school, Aiden started to get offers from schools. His first offer came from LSU, and even though Aiden might have briefly entertained the idea of playing for another school, he always had his mind made up.
The Michigan baby eventually became a Michigan man.
Yeah, growing up, I was a diehard Michigan fan, so definitely that was number one always, and I was always comparing these other schools on my visits.
Aiden Hutchinson's boyhood bedroom is more than a shrine to all things Michigan. It is a daily reminder of a family legacy, of what was and what could be.
Watching those guys run out the tunnel, I mean, I wanted to be a part of that so bad.
We would always talk Michigan football. We'd always go to games.
I said, I will take you wherever you want to go. I did not want him to go to Michigan because I went there. I really wanted him to make that choice, and I drilled that into him.
My family has been so involved with this university. Going to those games and knowing, that my dad played there, having my sisters graduated from there, and, my mom went there, my parents met there, and so, we have all this kind of history. I mean, it was always Michigan in my mind. It's in my blood. I don't think he knew I wanted to wear 97.
I didn't want him to live in my legacy.
I just said, screw it. I'm wearing that 97. I'm going to rock it, and I don't care what you did.
But he wanted to keep that Hutchinson 97 in the family.
I'm on my own path, and, I'm going to give it my all wearing that number 97.
In his freshman season, Aiden did actually play all 13 games. However, he was just rotated in and did show promise of his growth.
I think there was 3 or 4 games where he played over 20 snaps and actually have experience as a true freshman.
I was hurting a little bit. I played a good freshman season, but it was rough for me physically. It was really just a matter of learning the game and becoming a better pass rusher, a better player overall. Yeah, I would say the Nebraska game because I had that safety that I got, and that was the biggest play of my freshman year, and it was a play that it was my first ever big play.
What an athletic play. Hutchinson tips it.
In his sophomore season, Hutchinson became a full-time starter, and that's when he had his breakout year.
Kowski is going to take it himself. Can he get that? No! Aiden Hutchinson shuts the door.
Number 97, Aiden Hutchinson.
He does a great job. The 6'6" sophomore Aiden Hutchinson.
And he's the one that knocks the ball loose.
And O'Hara runs right into the teeth of that rush, and Aiden Hutchinson said no way.
Number 97, Aiden Hutchinson.
He engages, throws him, and tracks him down.
Michigan has a football!
In his junior season, that was the year of COVID, so it was a shortened season.
I was so excited to get better in spring ball, and then it got canceled with COVID. I thought we were going to do something really special that year. I lost a lot of weight, so I think I was at 65. And then, months later, we're in the thick of it, lockdown, quarantine, and we're like, oh shit. Yeah, I was definitely affected by it too with the season. Those first 2 games, I was definitely playing at a high level.
And on top of that, just 3 weeks in, he had a season-ending injury.
Broken ankle ended his 2020 season.
It didn't hurt at all.
Oh, wow.
I mean, obviously, I was in pain, but I think that shock.
Aiden Hutchinson walks off under his own power.
At the time, I didn't know I broke it, so I'm just sitting there. I thought I just sprained my ankle.
You see his dad, former All-American Chris, watching on.
The doctor does this one movement, and it's moving a little too easily. He looks up at the trainer. She's like, we're going to need an x-ray on this. There's no way. I just sprained my ankle. My ankle is just progressively hurting more and more. And I'm like, they told me my season's over. Those are words I never thought I'd ever hear. And I just literally started crying.
I don't even remember hardly walking to the locker room, but I do remember what I saw in the locker room.
We didn't say much,
We just hugged. We were all crying, and they were just there for me, really.
They were saying, this is going to heal fine. He's going to be 100%. And then it was game on.
I think it was a year that was necessary for me to grow. A lot of tears that day, but what came from that is definitely the most important thing.
Due to his injury and his unfinished business with Ohio State, he decided to play for his senior year.
We talked about it a little bit, but it was always going back.
When I tell you I have given everything from spring ball, coaching guys up, working out in summer conditioning, winter conditioning, rehabbing this ankle, I'm willing to die for this. I swear. I want it more than anyone. I promise you that.
Everyone on this team will back me in saying that we're prepared to do anything to win a Big Ten championship and to beat Ohio State. We're willing to sacrifice whatever that may be.
Wolverines were 10-1 going into the game against Ohio State.
This rivalry just cuts a little bit deep for me.
This is more than rivalry. Simply calling it rivalry is to do it injustice.
Going to Michigan, I just wanted to beat them so bad.
Rivalry ain't nasty enough.
I just feel like there's a little bit more hatred, you know? It's like, it's real. It's
pure.
Like, it's pure.
Scarlet and gray and maize and blue swirled together on a 100-yard green canvas. That palette's mixing up hatred, man.
It's this rivalry is just on another level, in my opinion.
It goes beyond football. This rivalry goes back, 100 or so years ago.
And Aiden Hutchinson was just 1 sack away from tying his dad.
He entered the Ohio State game 1 shy of tying his old man's record.
C.J. Stroud steps up in the pocket and goes down. Guess who? Aiden Hutchinson. C.J. Stroud steps up in pressure and goes down again. Aiden Hutchinson with the second sack of the day. Stroud again on the play action fake. Steps up, sacked again. Aiden Hutchinson has his third. This kid is unreal.
And now becomes Michigan's all-time sacks leader in a single season. And this guy is a game wrecker. The effort, what he does week in and week out.
Michigan defeats Ohio State 42-27.
I'm here with my family, with my teammates on this glorious day that we just beat Ohio State.
I was bawling my eyes out when that game ended.
I would hope that they would look at number 97 and think of the Hutchinson family, think of Chris, think of Aiden, think of the legacies that they left here.
Proud that we share the number 97.
You did 97 proud.
Yes, he did.
For the first time since 2011, Michigan beat Ohio State. And that honestly ushered in a turnaround in the rivalry. And for the first time in Michigan's history, they made it to the Big Ten Championship to face off against Iowa.
So you watch Iowa on film and they are very talented. But yeah, it was a very hard game to prep for. But at the end of the game, at the end of the day, I wanted a ring.
Tonight's MVP and the only defensive player in the Big Ten Championship game history to win MVP, number 97, Aiden Hutchinson.
I'm so proud of you. How you doing? Thank you. Thank you. That's so freaking awesome. Let's go. It's gonna get better than this, man. It's gonna get better than this.
That victory won them a spot in the college football playoffs, where they would face off against Georgia in the Orange Bowl. Unfortunately, they lost to Georgia 34-11, but Aiden Hutchinson was actually named a finalist for the Heisman Trophy.
The winner of the 2021 Heisman Memorial Trophy is Bryce Young.
So this marks the end of Aiden's time with the University of Michigan. Onto the NFL.
You know, I've worked very hard up to this point. On and off the field, I really cross off all the boxes. I feel like for my potential, I'm at about 30 or 40%.
Right.
They're rushing the passer is there, stopping the run is there. To be honest with you, I think my game is going to flourish in the NFL. More, I understand there's so much more to learn in the league at the next level. I mean, I think my leadership and what I can do, with a culture when I get to the NFL, I'm going to light it up. I mean, I'm going to make a lot more strides, and I definitely wouldn't be too vocal as a rookie. I'd be quiet. I want to be on a team that I know I'll be able to produce a lot, and they have a great culture. And if they think this is 100%, I mean, they got something coming for them. I think they're getting a complete player on and off the field. It's such a blessing to be up here, and it's still something that I'm trying to wrap my head around. If I did end up going to Detroit or staying close to here, it would be cool.
We will find out whether it's Aiden Hutchinson, the consensus #1 guy off the edge and #1 player in this draft.
The sure thing here is Aiden Hutchinson. His production is off the charts.
Get about 5 minutes before the draft starts, and then I just started getting a little anxious, getting a little nervous, not quite sure where I was going to go.
The Detroit Lions select Aiden Hutchinson, defensive end, Michigan.
Thankfully, I got the call from the Lions, which is a team that I really wanted. So to go to the team that you wanted to is definitely, I think, a special thing. And also,
he did stand out, and you couldn't ignore the production, the instincts, the hand use.
He's relentless, and man, he is a Detroit Lion through and through.
It was always Detroit for me in my head. I wanted to stay home again.
From an intangible standpoint, he plays with a really high motor.
I really just think I'm a complete player. I bring it all on and off the field.
Man, he's a tough, aggressive, violent, type of guy that we need.
But I'm also a very smart player who has the instincts and
loves football. He's very passionate.
That's why I say we deserve this player. This player deserves us also.
He's so much of a culture fit in terms of what we're about. We're thrilled about what he's going to bring to our organization.
I mean, it's just a true fit.
I'm so grateful, and I'm so excited to get started.
It did not take long for Aiden Hutchinson to make his mark with the Detroit Lions.
Back blitz comes, dodging traffic. Now he's hit. Now he's going down. There's the snap. He's got it. Wants to throw. Wentz looks. Pressure comes. Wentz hit. Sack. Back inside the 20. Aiden Hutchinson. That's #2. There's the snap. Wentz has got it. He's back. Blitz comes. Wentz in trouble. Gonna go down. Guess who? Aiden Hutchinson. That's 3 on the day for the rookie out of Michigan. The snap, fakes the give, rolls, throws back against his body, intercepted by the Lions. Aiden Hutchinson with a pick, down into the end zone, he goes for a touchback. The rookie out of Michigan comes up with a play.
We just kept fighting, man. We stayed in the fight. It took a lot of heart, it took a lot of drive. Now we're gonna build off it.
Jones to throw on second down. Does. Getting picked up on the Lions. Coming back the other way. Aiden Hutchinson with it right sideline. Aiden spinning at the 18 and he shoved out of bounds. Aiden Hutchinson with the second interception of his rookie year.
Detroit's defense making a big statement today.
There's the snap. Rodgers back and looking. Rodgers getting out of trouble. Being chased by Hutchinson. Gonna get hit. Gonna go down. Aiden Hutchinson got him. 3rd and 5, Green Bay from the Lion 24. There's the shotgun snap to Rodgers. He's back, pumps, hit, going down. Sack back at the 30-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson got him again. This game is over. Yes.
Aiden Hutchinson ended his rookie season with 52 tackles, 9.5 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 2 fumble recoveries. And the Lions almost made the playoffs.
And now we're back, and I'm feeling better than ever. I took this offseason to kind of evaluate all the different ways I can improve, the little things,
Continue to put him in position to be successful and expect him to take another step.
The game slowed down. Everything just feels a lot easier, man. I feel like I have a better grasp on what I do. And
yeah, I think that first year was a big evolution. It was a lot of learning. I mean, you know how those rookie years go.
It seems like he represents everything that you want in your football team.
There's never really a drop-off in talent. Hey, you're playing the best of the best every week.
And he is a high-motor, violent, smart, instinctive football player.
That experience, it's so critical,
We're fortunate to have him.
There's no doubt he'll be a better player this second year.
I can't tell you how fired up I am for year 2, though.
We wanted to come out this week and prove a point, and I think, we did that.
Shotgun snap to Ritter, back and looking right. He's gonna get hit, gonna get sacked again. Aiden Hutchinson got him. First of the year for Aiden Hutchinson. Ritter takes the shotgun snap. He's back. Ritter looks. Hit as he throws. Ball's loose on the ground. It is free and the Lions have got it. Aiden Hutchinson comes out of there with it.
It's the life of a DN sometimes, So I was really happy when finally took the lid off, Now let's roll. This game, I hope we can carry on with how we played and can carry on with the toughness and the grit that we played with. So I take a lot of pride in it. I'm happy to be out there all the time. I feel like I'm getting better every week too, which is good.
Young takes, turns, play action fake, sets the pocket, throws. It's picked up by the Lions. Intercepted. Aiden Hutchinson coming back down the right side.
We talked about our D-line coming up with one. Hutch got one. That's complimentary football.
I still feel like there are way more levels to unlock in this game.
29 seconds to go. Lions up by 3, 1st and 10. Fields back, Lions rush forward. Fields gonna get hit, gonna go down. Ball's loose, inside the 5. It's kicked out of the end zone. That's a safety. That's a safety. Lions are gonna get this game. What a game! What a game!
Hutch, where you at, brother?
Making a motion.
I'm so proud of everybody, man. We got this shit done. Man, I'm really excited about this year. I think we're going to do some special shit, especially with the adversity we just dealt with, how we overcame it, man. So to keep pushing week by week. Let's go. Win on 3, 1, 2, 3. Win! I'm going to keep this short, sweet. But how I feel right now, this is for the city. This is for Detroit. They deserve this. Let's go.
It's playoff time, and I've been waiting for my opportunity in the playoffs. Just want to make the most of it every out I get. This moment is way bigger than anything.
I had 2 things I was playing for. I was playing for my teammates, and I was playing for the city. This city has been so deserving of this for so long, and we're gonna keep it up. Hey, make them feel you today. Make them feel you. We're gonna make this happen up front. All day. Let's go. All day we don't quit. Let's go. 'Cause we're better. Let's go. We're better.
All right, and they love football. They play football. And that's what they respect, and they respect their teammates and not anything else. When you're able to care more about the person next to you than your own, about yourself, you can do some pretty special things, and that's where we're at with this group. We're going to the NFC Championship game with that group of guys.
Hey! Hey, Detroit, you're going back to the NFC Championship game. We're going to San Francisco.
Yes, sir. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Two teams will meet out in the middle of the field to say job well done. Job better done on this night by your NFC North champion Detroit Lions, who are going to the NFC Championship game, where they will see San Francisco next week with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line.
But it hurts when you get this far, because when you lose, you just feel like everybody else. We just didn't make the plays. We had plays that were in our grasp, and we just couldn't finish them.
What are you most proud of, Dan, about this group this season?
Just what they are, what they represent. Okay, not everybody can come here. Not everybody can play for us, but that group can. And they respect the game, they respect their teammates, and that's what I'm most proud of. I'll go to war with those guys any day.
Look at the throw. Hutch has got him!
I'm curious if there's one mantra or affirmation that stands out to you.
I'd say the biggest one, I got it tattooed right here, is breathe in God. And it's something that everything's bigger than me. And if I just breathe in God and I breathe in that white light and let go of my own ego and trust God's plan, it's all gonna work out. Put all your faith in God, and I'm breathing in you, so you take over, I'm good. You let go of your ego, you let go of anything around you that you can't control, and you just trust that God's gonna take over your body, and you're gonna do what you have to do, and that's that.
Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please do me a favor, like, subscribe, leave a comment, do all that stuff. It really does help out the channel. I really appreciate it. Until next time, cheers.